So we're at the end of a long first day in the studio. We've really mapped out the basis for the whole project for the first initial tracks. We decided to come to New York because of the facilities and the excellent standard of the musicians, and because of the range of equipment that we could easily get our hands on. We've brought in a Emerging Technologies Pyramix system, which is the highest quality recording you can get, that contains the greatest amount of bandwidth of any recorder. It's the closest thing you can possibly get to analog, and they've graciously donated an entire system for us to do this project on. We've brought in some new speakers once again to help us hear that, because otherwise we might be recording something, but if we can't hear it, it's useless. Today's musicians were exceptionally world-class, just professional, walk in, could add their own ideas, could read the scores instantly, and I could trust fully that if I could leave Cassie and Hope to take care of that, and the musicians would interpret what they were saying correctly. And then we just got straight to work. There was no hiccups at all with the musicians or the technology. Above what you can hear is something that we call psychoacoustics. So they're frequencies that impact the brain, that impact emotions, that impact neuropathways in the brain, but you don't actually physically hear them. If you were to record to a CD or to standard media, then you lose all of that. The only way to maintain it in the past has been through analog recording to tape or straight to vinyl. But obviously that's a very impractical method to ship around the world tapes to every patient. This new technology allows us to record to that same quality to 352 kilohertz without using a tape machine. Straight to a computer where we can edit it, where we can cut it up, where we can create the music the way we feel it needs to be created. I started in Australia 12 years ago recording, but about 6 years ago I started doing music therapy CDs. And using some funding that we got there, I was probably fortunate enough to do more music therapy recording than nearly any other engineer in the world. And this combined with the experience I had in Europe at one of the world's leading studios for cutting edge technology, where I got to use this software for the first time, where I got to experience the technology and surround technology that we would love to use that isn't available anywhere else. There's one studio in the entire US that could use that technology. But with my experience from Europe, my experience in music therapy from Australia, and being able to bring it all together in one place like New York, that's something that hasn't happened before.